Just watch till the next commercial. Come on.
I don't like it when you boys watch stuff like that before bed, okay? So let's go, come on.
It's not real, Mom. It's okay if it's not real.
Well, congratulations on this one. This one's so scary. Are you guys big scary movie fans?
Yeah, I mean, it depends, you know. I like the older sort of like early 80s stuff. Like we were just talking about this Poltergeist and They Live. It's like a real classic favorite of mine. The Exorcist, The Shining.
But when you saw this come through, because the Sinister movies actually have a really, really good family story behind each one of these, so is that kind of what attracted you to this?
I think so, yeah, that I could ground myself in the journey of Courtney with her children, for sure.
Yeah, it's cool. The sort of like having a sort of true crime narrative, underneath this supernatural element makes it. I think that's why people like it.
Well, you guys are also have done some pretty great TV stuff as well, and I know they're much different sets, but you enjoy this as opposed to television?
I love movies.
Yeah.
I do. I love the pace. I like that you get to nurture it, and I like that it ends. I think I'll forever love movies. I know there's incredible television right now, and the writing's amazing. It's all true, but I love movies.
You guys have some twisted minds, don't you?
That's all his mind.
That's a compliment. It's a compliment.
Little bit. But you and I have run into each other many times at Fantastic Fest, and we love these kinds of movies. So of course, that's the stuff that inspires, and it's the stuff that you kind of play around with, and it's a lot of fun to write that stuff. And what's weird is how people who get to know you are like, how do you write all this twisted stuff? And you're just a normal dude. You go to barbecues and you have coffee the same way I do, and you just kind of hang out with your friends and family, and you don't do anything. You don't collect heads in jars. You don't, there's no, double-bodied fetal pig in your home. How do you do this? And it's just something I love.
Yeah. The weird thing is, if you go on the festival circuit with a horror film, horror filmmakers I find to be the most down-to-earth, funny people that you can meet. There's like comedy directors tend to be psychopaths.
And there are actually a lot of laughs on the set, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Because, like I was saying, like every day is Halloween to these kids. You know what I mean? And it's like when you're in the middle of it and you see the artifice of it all, and how things are put together, and you see the makeup going on people and stuff like that. It's kind of, there's a lot of laughing on a horror film set. So I wonder what it's. I've never made anything that's not a horror, so I wonder what the atmosphere is like on a drama.
Well, I heard the scariest thing is you got actually bit by a brown recluse.
By a brown recluse. Yeah. I almost lost my leg. So that was fun. Yeah.
Funny stories from the set of Sinister 2.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible. What did happen that was really funny that kind of lightened the mood?
That would be more you.
Yeah, I mean, I think that really lightened the mood, being bitten by a spider. No, I mean, I think the most endearing thing was being on set with this band of kids. We got 5 ghost kids and then 2 main characters who are boys, and so the set was always full of kids, and then they come along with their parents and sometimes their siblings. So it's just this collective of kids that's on set. And I think just seeing them every day and seeing them react to their friend Nick, who was getting put on in the Bughuul makeup, and just there was, I have to say, a sort of atmosphere on set of this family coming together to make this thing, and there was a sense of levity about the whole thing. And then when the camera rolls, it's different. Yeah.
Did you feel a lot of pressure to one-up? I mean, we start out the film, and I don't think I'm spoiling anything by seeing a few people on a cross burning. So,
well, it wasn't so much. I mean, with horror films, invariably you have to one-up yourself in one way, shape, or form. The big challenge for this one was to come up with an idea and come up with a story that people weren't expecting, because everyone's expecting, okay, this is about the next family that moves into the house. Like that's what every advanced thing. Once this was announced that we were making this, everyone's like, okay, so it's about the next family that moves into the house. How can that be interesting? And it's like, how do we not make that movie? How do we make the movie that when the audience sits down, when the critics sit down, 10 minutes into the movie, they have no idea where it's going. And they're like, what is this? This is clearly a Sinister movie, but I don't know where this is. And a lot of, the sequels that fail for horror films tend to be movies in which the audience is way ahead of the movie, where the protagonists spend the first hour figuring out what the audience saw in the last movie. And so the big trick here was, how do we make it to where the audience at the beginning of the film is already caught up with the characters, and now they realize they don't really know much of anything at all, that the last film didn't explain everything, and reminding them of that so that they go into the movie going, I have new stuff to learn. And that was the big trick of it.
Well, you did it, so congratulations. Thanks so much. See you for Sinister 3.
Hopefully.
Yeah, all right.